Hey you guys and girls, my name is Snowy. Welcome to part 31 of Polaris here in City Skylines 2. In the last episode, thank you. In the last episode, I have been wondering like what is going on with this thing, this oil drilling, offshore oil drilling platform thing. The thing is, I figured it out while I was editing the last video because I was looking at it when I was selecting the menus, and then I suddenly saw myself clicking here on the zoning area, and on this area I saw then this option, and if you select this option here, then you get that specific building that is required for indeed offshore oil drilling. So somehow the other buildings were not the same. I don't know exactly what those are, but that's the reason why this did not work. Now, if we look at this region is quite tight. So I was thinking like, you know, why don't we do a little bit more drastic thing? So I went all the way over here. Here we go to the airport, and we have like a nice body of water here. So I extended that body of water a little bit further away down here. Look at this. Ooh. The only thing what is going on is here that it has no connection to the outside world. Now, we could arrange that. Let's just do a quick check. I mean, then we can at least export stuff. So we're going to increase the strength. Also the brush size a little bit bigger, and then just from here we dig through the mountain, and this shouldn't be no issue, hopefully. I hope so. So let's turn on the anarchy so we can... Now there is no water here, but believe me, ships can go in and out there, so that's no problem. Okay, so now we grab this option to smoothify this whole area. Just like that. Also this area, also like that. And we can make a connection. That water will go that way, and that's no issue there. Yeah, no problem. So there is oil in this whole section. So I was thinking like, okay, you know what, we are going to do now here what we were supposed to be doing, and that is, you know, erect all these lovely oil areas. So we are clicking this option, and then we are clicking the offshore oil drilling. And actually there's no oil here. Most of the oil is here. It's fine. Then we go sit here. So we're going to put one there. We're going to put one there. And there. And we're going to really get something there. Even here it's fine. I mean, we can just make the, you know, the piers into that area. And also here. Wow, I love it. And let's also make one here. Great. Now it requires a road. Now let's start with a road. Let me have a look first. Where does this road come from? There could be. Do we have any other road just running around somewhere in the neighborhood that is just doing nothing? just basically doing nothing. Well, technically here. Yeah, well, I mean, that's not the most important thing right now. For the time being, we want this to be connecting up like that. And then here we connect this up like that. Will that go together in one go or not? That would be nice. That would be nice. I think so, yeah, they like it. So we bring these two together. Roughly like that. Delete that section. Picker. And then let's see where the bend is. It's like 74 meters by... Darn it. 74 meters by darn it. Okay. Pick it again and then select indeed the bend option. And then we are going to bend. 129 by... How much is that? 113. 120. Yeah, this will go in there. No problems there. Perfectly fine, all fine. Here we build this. Yep. Build it a little bit further, like that. And then here we make a road that goes like that. Yeah, thank you. this we make close by. Here we connect this up. 67 by 70. That's fine. And save game. Yeah, thank you. Is that water going there? Slowly, but the game is slow. You know, right now the game is pretty slow because yeah, there is you know, not because of the amount of people we have, but just I think because of the amount of processes that are going on right now. So here we go. We bring that there, and I still want to connect this road somehow to any other road, so you know it has some kind of connection. I just still think I'm thinking about here. So I'm just taking this road all the way from here. At least then it, you know, there's some power and sewage and all that stuff. So we make a lovely 128 by 128. And of course I'm making the same mistake again by just dropping it at the last moment. We do another 128 by 128. And here I'm actually going to bend it in so it scoops alongside this body of water, and basically we connect these two just up like that, and that is then no problem anymore at all. Push. That should now solve all the troubles. Power. No, they still ask for... No, everything is settled. Nice. Now, how does this work? I mean, this is like a lot of work, I know, I realize that. Because if we start, for example, with this one, let's get out of here. You see, we have now the view that we did not have the last time. So, let's take this one as a starter, you know. Let's see what we can do. We can bring this out, and then we have like this. Now, the question is like, okay, how far can we go? Because... so let's see, this one also, and then this one also. Makes me wonder if these things are not too close to each other. Okay, I think they are too close to each other. So I bulldoze this one away, and I pick this one. Okay, I can also not move it, but I put this one in the middle here, like so. So we need a little bit more space. Simply because, well, it needs more space. Yeah. Okay. Let's take then this one. So we take this one and we make a pier like that until we get like this, you know, this, and also the yellow part. That is like the amount of harbor. So I think one is enough, like that. Bash. We can do what is the length here? Ah, damn. Okay, let me try here the same thing. It's not very obvious, you know. Interesting how it says here, you know, overlapping items. Because let me bulldoze this thing away because it's also not straight, and let me reposition this thing like so. And then if I click this, and I click this, and then, yeah, this works. So now we get like, yeah, that's 180 degrees, and I think it's 448 meters. Yeah. Now this thing is in its way. I also will, yeah, delete this and replace it. And grab this. Nope, wrong button. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And we yoink that here. It says now in water. That's fine. There it's supposed to be. We grab this, and we grab this, and we do also here a 484. Right. Let's see. This is 180, and this is a 484. This, you know, this takes more space than I thought initially. Now, here. Let's see. Here we can attach this. If I turn off the anarchy, it says again overlapping items. I think it has something to do with the fact that the building somehow is not attached to the road properly. I think. I'm not sure about it, but Here we go. And let's select this building again, and then we are going to make the pier here. The pier here. Like so. Very relatively simple. Here I think it's going to be tricky. Let's see what we can do here. Also overlapping items. Maybe I have to replace this building as well. Okay, then we do that. No problem. In this case, up. Okay, here we go. So, select this. And here, actually, we're going to bring it to the side. So let's see. You know, this really is. I think if you use shorter segments like this, then you can just go to a certain area before you actually, you know. Let's see. This area is very big, so you can even go do something like, yeah. So this is okay. Yeah, something like that. I think for this one it's not enough space, so we're removing that one. Okay, so now let's see if we can, you know, combine them. Narrow seaway. We need that in order to get somewhere, depending on what we want to do, of course. Now, what I want to do also here is I'm going to extend the amount of water, because let's see, because this takes more space even than I thought. Here we need this, so we're going to sacrifice a little bit of the land of the airport, but that is totally okay. Okay, that's the maximum distance we can get to the airport, which is fine. Which is totally fine. You get like a nice slope actually, you know, by doing so. Here we are. Yeah, just like that. So there we can do nothing. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. And then here, I would say like, yeah, we dive a little bit more in that direction. It's nice to be extreme, huh? You can be so extreme in this game if you want. If you really want, you know. Here we go. It's a pity we don't have that tool that we had in City Skylines 1 with reset water level. So you had like certain instant water where you want to have it. Now you have to wait until it's there. But okay, never mind. I mean, we're going to still put some oil. I think a little bit more oil here. Now I also have ore here, but I'm not sure if we also have like an offshore oil drilling rig. Now let me see. I don't think we have an offshore oil drilling rig. Now what is this? This is just ore mining. We still also have like the fishing thing that I also still want to do. And yeah, this is regular ore mining. Now I don't think, but I will use the find it option. Let's see if we have like an ore offshore. Let's see if that exists. Just let's see. So oil. That is all oil. Or oil. Yeah, it's all oil. So there is no such thing as an offshore ore option. In that case, I'm going to go back into this menu and I say, okay, we turn all this area into oil, because why not? La 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 la. Ta-da! Great. So let's see, what I'm looking at here is that, let me see. Okay, yep. And we have some forestry that we need to remove. So we click on this button, we click on the forestry button, we click on this button, then we click on 100% button, and we turn off snapping, and then you can basically remove everything. Make this brush size bigger. Oh, in water. Okay, with anarchy on, then usually you can remove all of the trees. Something like that. There's also a lot of trees there. Oh, save game. Every 5 minutes my game is saved, so don't worry too much about it. Sometimes the game freezes because just of that. Now this area is quite narrow if we want to get around here, for example. So even here I tend to I think I'm going to remove a little bit of the mountain, so we can export out of the map, and I need a rail connection to bring it to other places where we could use all this stuff. Now here comes the whole thing. So we are going to put, like, you know, the stuff that we wanted. The question is, like, okay, what do we want? Because we have now multiple options here and a little bit of limited space. So let me just have a look here. So we click on this building, and you can choose from either a compliant oil platform that is not requiring any of these connections, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And submersible oil platform, so this thing, for example. So here we could make, let's say here we can just only put one there, yeah, for let's say that one, and here this is all pretty tight. We're going to do it anyway. I'm going to put this over here. Oh man, this is really tight. I have anarchy on, so I'm just wondering what happens if I get too close to the shore there. I think it will still work though. Okay, here we have a little bit more space. So here I say, like, okay, we put one over there. I think you can actually put them together, but I don't know if I want to risk that. Let's turn the anarchy off and see what happens. Yeah, it says no overlapping items, and now it says not. So this appears to be okay. Yeah, it appears to be okay. So these have to be connected. So let's do that first with the narrow sea lane. Okay, so this has to be done right. I want to keep the anarchy off, so you go into there. That's nice. So you can go into there. You can go into there. You can go into there. You go in there. You go in. Ooh. Yeah, this one is like complaining now. Distance too close and overlapping items. I'm going invalid shape. Invalid shape. Yeah, because it's digging there. I don't like it. I don't like it. So we have to remove that one, sadly enough. Sorry, we don't have enough space for it. It is what it is. Nah, let's redo the sea lane here. From there to there, from there to there. We can just go by here to there to there, from there to there, and from there to there. Now here, oh, that water is not there yet. And oh, come on. So we will bring you out in that direction, that direction. And from here we can make a direction that goes that way, and then connect it to there. And here, you know, we can put all these other things also in there. So I will click this building, get out of here, you know. Now I'm just thinking, I was putting all these things here that are connected to this one. Oops, that is not the idea. So we are deleting this. deleting this, and deleting that. Yeah, so let's say we take this building and we do it again. We select this thing, and now of course let's see, can we, this still works, okay. Then we click this thing, and we click this building, and we put it over there. Anarchy is turned off. Okay, no overlapping items. And here it still should fit because it did fit before. And yeah, here it fits. Okay, that's the way how it should be. And for here, this one has more work because this one gets more of these things. This one gets one over there, and one over there, and one over there, and you know, as long as it does not, you know, scream about overlapping production, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff, then I'm totally happy with it. Here we go, look at that, you know, has no problems at all. We also give it oil tower, these oil towers, you know, we will connect them with you know, just with pipes, and we can put a lot of these things here as well. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is a 9 number. Yep. And we can also put those on this side in the shade. I have to look very careful here. Also make sure that there's enough space for the root. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think 5. And that's it. Yes, now we're going to connect those first, which are these. Let's see, Anarchy is turned off, so I can just select this and connect it up to there, 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 and there. Thank you. Now we have to go to the other side, and let me see, I'm going to just hook on from here. I think it's just possible to just go from there to the middle here, -10, and then hook on to this, and there, and there, 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 and that's it. Yeah, here we do the same. As long as you see the green circle, it's like connected, especially with the Anarchy turned off, and voila, that's done. Okay, now we're going back in here and we are selecting the sea lanes. Yeah, so that's easy because this can just go in there, and basically it's enough to connect all these things up. Looks a little bit strange, you know, if I look at it, but anyway, we also make a connection from here. And if I'm not mistaken, then an outside connection needs at least to be a medium sea lane. So I wonder if that is wide enough. So let me check that out. So a medium sea lane is, ooh mama, just wide enough. It says no water there. I cannot get out of here, out of this area. How about here then? No water. I was under the impression that you just no water. Let me anarchy this in there and see what happens. So like that, and here the same thing. I mean, you still see the arrows over there, and this still will connect up to there. Okay, let's see if that works. Great. So now becomes the lovely daunting task of connecting it all up. But I won't bother you too much with that. I will put that in a time lapse, and I'll be right back with you guys. Well, it seems it does not work. It does not want to work. If I select this, and if I want to make a connection to these drilling platforms, it says like, oh, now it connects. Complete route. Complete route. What is wrong with this thing? Complete route. Now this is odd. Complete route. Okay. You go there. I click the mouse button. Today, please. That is the route. Can you stay that way? Huh. Something tells me it might not like all these things so close together. I think it gets... I don't know. Okay, so... yeah. I think we need to put them further apart. At least... not connecting. So there's always something, you know. There's always something. Okay, let me try this again. So we are just putting. Let me see which one do we need. This one, right? No, not that one. This one. Yeah. So we need to have some distance, I suppose. So let's say 1, and then 2, 3. And maybe 4 if we delete this C lane over here. Like that. I think that is possible. Yep, from here we are working... oh, we are working with anarchy. I'd rather work without anarchy, but okay. Okay, from there to there. And also from there to there, okay. If this is not working, then I throw the game away. Then I'm sick and tired of it. It has been already such a, you know, monkeying around kind of thing, you know, to get this whole stuff working. And I didn't even start it with the fishing industry. So it's like I really also want to start with that, you know, the fishing industry. So we put this one over here. Here we go. Now let's see if we can connect now this stuff up. So that's the wrong option, this one. Let's try this again. So we start here, create route, and I want there. Then I want back. What is going on with this freaking game? It's like... add waypoint. Come on, click. Yeah. And then go back. Oh, geez, Louise. Guys, I have no idea what I'm doing wrong here. What am I doing wrong? I just want to connect to this damn thing. Oil Tinker Route. This is what I need to select. Stop pestering me. Create route from here to there. Yeah? And then why can't you be? Why can't you stay? Is it because the game is running so slow that I have to wait maybe 30 seconds before a route is recognized? Let me see. So create route. And then click here. Okay, now let's wait for a moment. Just wait. La 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 la. Now I move it. and it disappears. Okay, I am officially okay, flabbergasted. So I'm going to delete these. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to separate all these things completely from each other, so they are not connected to each other. Okay, now let's start and try this one again. A route. You go to there. Yeah, are you willing? No, you're not willing? Okay, I will think for a moment, so be right back. Okay, so what can I say about this? Check the other routes on the other side of the map. I think this is a speed thing because the game is crawling. Now I've seen the FPS counter in the top corner of my screen. It's running at 35 FPS. It's like, I don't know. It's I think it requires some time to calculate that route somehow, and I think that is the main reason for this to happen. So I click this. So I think it will work, but what it requires is some time. Can I put it there? C lane there. C lane there. C lane there. C lane there and there. Then from there to, don't give me the invalid shape. Yep, this is without anarchy, so this should work. Here we go. Now I try this again in a time lapse, so it might take a while, I'm not sure. I will see how far I will get, and yeah, let's just see. Here we go again. Okay, so what I noticed is like if I clicked a few times often, that somehow the connection was made faster. Still I had to wait for a while, but it did kind of work, but it is kind of a slow progress. So let me try to figure out here what we are going to do, and also this will be put in a time lapse, so yeah, enjoy and sit back and enjoy. Okay, so it would appear that here, because of this, I think, and also this is anarchy into each other, that also this will not work. So meaning like, oh, let's get out of here. I need to remove that one, and here I think what I need to do is remove this, also remove that, and also these things have to be loose from each other. And you know, I was thinking that, you know, by building here I had enough space, but apparently not. So okay, so that means like drastic measures. Yeah, if I say drastic, I mean drastic. So what is there? Okay, I just flicking. I just need the freaking space. Oh my goodness me, this is like ridiculous. That water will rush into there as well. Okay, let me remove those trees. So we select this option again and remove those trees like so. I mean, underwater trees is not really, my thing. Yep, well, let's make sure that the area is totally flat there. Like so. Yeah. Let me also lower this whole mountain. I don't know what this is. This is like, I think it's a cable or something. I am not sure. Okay, how to keep myself busy in the game, working on a knob, just like that. Yeah. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Quoting my good old friend Seniac. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. In the meantime, we will never get there, but we don't talk about those kind of things because those things are negative. We don't want that. We don't like negativity, right? We only want positivity. And we don't want to see cables. We don't want to see underground cables above ground. We don't like that. Here we go. Push that there. Here we go. Here we go. Don't worry, I can put those cables later deeper if need be. Right. Also, we have the water features mod back. Yippee-ki-yay. Water feature. Constant lake level. So this is a big one. So I right click this option. It says 23 meters. I click this like that, and then I do just 1 meter lower, and I also put a source there. Makes it go a little bit further, and then let me see. Then I will let me see. Those things, the resources. So oil. Yeah, we need a little bit more oil in the ground. Here we go. So now we have a little bit more space to work with. That water needs to really go there. Faster! Oh! Okay, let's wait it out for a moment. Okay, it's nearly there. I've also been thinking, it would be nice to make like a separate series, like an OilTown based series, like Seniac, for example, has been doing. It would be nice actually, to do that with a more faster game. And not only that, I will also remove non-essential mods that only just eat up your CPU power. So that's just a thing. Okay, so let's just put this over. Let me turn off the anarchy. We don't want to risk it. So you go there. You go there. You go there. I think this is possible. You can go there, and I think a fifth one over here. I think that suffices. Now let's connect this stuff up. So this goes there. Yes. Now this one will go into there. This one will go straight into there if it allows me. Yeah, it does. This one goes there. That works fine. From here we can go there, and from here we can go there. That works nice, and here we can just go to the outside world, I hope. We don't even have a harbor over here, so technically there is no option to go outside. Then we really need to make a harbor. Do we have space for a harbor? Okay, another time maybe. Let's just hook this up. Let's see if we can get this straight now this time. Shall we? I'm starting to realize now, I think what the problem was just before I made this is because I did not select selected the proper building for the for the proper oil drilling rig. Oh my god, you know, the things you have to do, the things you have to keep in mind while doing this. It's like stupidity. Okay, time lapse. Okay, so these guys have been connected right now. Since this took like a lot more time than I anticipated, so the best way of getting this stuff out is just bringing it to the highway. So we have this road, that road, and I'm thinking about, they can bring it here by the way, but the only thing I'm going to do is here. I'm going to select this road, bring it up like that, and also we're going to bring this 96 by 96, and I'm thinking, shall I do a no, it's not needed. What I can do here is, by the way, going to a highway road. So let's have a look here. Highway road, this one, bringing it towards the highway, like, oh jeez, last moment it crooks down. Okay, here we go. So you go there. So we need an in, an out, an in and an out, which normally works best with only a 4-lane road, but I think this has to do. Well, a big airplane passes by, so what I will do is I make this road. This is actually not even a highway road. Now I'm looking at it. Mamma mia, this game has become so slow. I think that I will, you know, I might go for a new game, maybe after this, because, like I said, this has been gone so slow now. It's annoying, really annoying. I mean that you cannot even, you know, make use of those new, you know, those new, you know, DLCs and interesting things without, yeah, the game practically stalling on you, because yeah, it's already so large. So 48 by, okay, now I'm tapping this button and doing this. Now 40 is also fine. Keep it nice and simple, so we bring it down to exactly 5, and then also here 40 by 40, and that brings it to the ground, which I am now at. And then we grab this thing, we bring it just into there. No, that's not too difficult. I mean, we have all done that before. Here we go. And then here, also this one. I mean, this is just your basic template for a trumpet. So, and then you can also turn off the snapping to make it a little bit more easier for yourself. Roughly around here, a straight line, and then also here, doing it slightly on eyesight, a little bit, and then turn on the snapping again, curving, and then curving from the outside right into there. From here, doing the same thing, like that. Turn it around, click it from here, make the bend, put it in there. It's pretty easy, you know, and that goes into there. Then we do some lane mathematics by selecting the 2-lane road here and turn this middle section into a 2-lane, and here also we have some lane mathematics going on here. So we are selecting the lane connector, and here we do a little bit of things that you don't want. You don't want these guys to go that way, and this will all run fine. Here it runs fine. Here I have issues clicking on it. Lane connector, where is that thing? Here. These things are really driving slow. Here no U-turns, no unsafes, so that should be fine, and they can already go that way. So in principle there is now a way for these guys to export. You know, they go there, but really this is going really at a slow pace, and I don't know, I will keep the game for the time being, and also the corresponding playlist, and maybe I can thin out a little bit of mods to make it a little bit more workable, because right now this is not really workable, you know, if you ask me. How much space do you really require for an offshore oil industry like this? And also I like to do it, you know, like this, as you know, as Seniac does, you know, just begin on an island, for example, and have just no connection with the mainland, and just play with a certain budget. That makes it also more interesting, you know, not infinite money, for example. That ruins it also a little bit, you know, that infinite money thing. Never wanted that in the first place, but hey ho, it happened. Yeah, for making the infrastructure of this area, but the infrastructure is basically there, but I did not figure out how to turn off the infinite money thing. So what is going on here? Okay, this is something you might know after the patch. If you use this thing, it will give you this symbol. It says like no pedestrian access, and at the same time this building will not be working and you will be out of trains. The only solution here is just use a move it mod and just wiggle it slightly. You see, by just wiggling it, it comes back online and it's fixed. I did that already with most of my train depots, like also here metro depots. And I also placed, let me see where I placed that one. There's also a new one. Yeah, I placed it over here. This is the new type that is came with the new DLC. It's a railway depot. When I attach this, you know, to this line, I noticed suddenly that let's see, where's the other one? There was another one close by. I think it was this one who was blinking, and I was thinking like, why is that thing blinking? And then I saw that these were blinking and more of those guys were blinking. It was like, yeah. And I don't know why there is so much traffic around here. That's like dope. All the way up to here, to this area, to this little area over here. Also a lot of houses, buildings, and even all the way up in this corner, where I did a little bit of off-screen, you know, putting some residentials there, even, you know, with a little ouch, you know, on the edge of the map, you know, looking completely from here onto, you know, the entire map. It looks like endless if you look at from this distance over here. Very nice, actually. So yeah, so I will see what I can do, maybe to reduce a few mods that are like slowing the game down. I know, for example, that I barely use this mod. This mod is called City Stats, so I can remove it. This City Stats is over here. This mod is Road Builder. I basically don't use that as well. Map texture replace. I would keep that. Traffic I would keep. Info loom, actually never use it. Info views, oh yeah, that's this, of course. Then we have, well, find it and pick it. I want to keep. Move it, of course, I want to keep. The time and weather anarchy mod and Lumina mod. Yeah, I don't know. They both have something, you know, that is useful. Although they can overlap sometimes. Is this a mod? No, that's just on the ground. And there are also other mods that are not visible in the list here. But anyway, I leave it at that, at this episode number 31. Comments and suggestions are of course welcome, and I'm also curious to know whether I can make an outside connection here. So I can also make if we have a road here, then we might be able to, if we make a little bit more water here, we can maybe make a harbor. But these guys are really sailing slow. Look at that pace, Here, turn it to full speed. This is full speed. And to give you an idea, I have a Ryzen 7900X processor, 12 cores, running natively at 4.7, but with an overclock to 5.3 gigahertz. Yes, I have an RTX 3090 Ti, so it is a graphics card that is 2 years old, but it is a high-end graphics card, so it still can do its thing. Besides, this is not really graphic intensive, but more CPU intensive. And I have 128 gigabytes of DDR5 memory. So it's not really like that I can make my system faster. This is just... Yeah, I'm waiting until AMD comes with that 32 core version of their Threadripper, but then for the for a consumer, that would be nice. That would be really nice for this game, But yeah, well, anyway, guys and girls, thank you for watching. If you like it, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And if you like the idea of an oil-related separate game, then let me know in the comment section if you like the idea. And I will see you then. Okay, guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, see you. Bye bye.